Hey everybody and welcome to the Hot Tag with your girl Izzy. Today I am so excited to be previewing the 2021 WWE Elimination Chamber with a very, and I mean very good friend of mine. He is the incredible host of a Kenny For Your Thoughts podcast. He is the amazing and talented Kenny Majid. How are you?
First of all, that's probably the best introduction I've ever gotten. So I'm doing absolutely amazing now. Thank you so much, Izzy. And
Yes, thank
I'm always
you.
so proud of you. And it's an
I'm
absolute
proud of
honor to be
you.
here.
I'm proud of you, friend.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I'm,
But
I'm actually very happy with the intro because I was scared I was going to butcher up your last name, but I didn't.
no, you did. Actually, you've said my last name better than some family members. So come on now.
Majid. What the heck, auntie? What the heck?
Auntie,
Whoever is your
auntie.
aunt, what's a Aunt Jane? What the heck?
Yeah, come on. It's funny because I have different family members pronounce the last name differently. So I
Oh,
forgot to tell you that before we went on air. So if you said
wow.
Majid, you'd have been fine.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know. And everybody watching, we are going to be previewing the Elimination Chamber that is going to be this Sunday, or depending on when I post this video tonight. We are doing this preview on a Friday right before SmackDown. So if somebody gets pulled from the Elimination Chamber, do not be mad at us because we think, let's say Daniel Bryan gets pulled. We are thinking he's going to be in the chamber this Sunday, but
We're going off
who
of Friday
knows?
results, so come on now.
Yeah, so we're going to
Whatever
go off
happens on
as
SmackDown, we're just going to disregard that.
yes, I mean, who cares about SmackDown? A lot of people like SmackDown, and I do too.
Oh, I
so
love. We better get done before SmackDown.
I know SmackDown is so good sometimes. Like, I mean, like during like the real pandemic when things were like going down, it was
Hmm.
kind of bad. But then it got good. It got juicy. It got the tea. Like there's
It might be the
drama.
best. Yeah, it might be the best WWE show currently, and that's saying a lot from where it came from. You
Okay,
know.
yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I will say because
Yeah.
NXT
Yeah.
don't know
No,
what's going
NXT is
on
great.
there.
I like NXT. NXT is going
Did you
great, but SmackDown, yeah, SmackDown's really good
SmackDown?
right now.
Yeah, I agree. Raw is in a different dimension.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to jump into a match that a lot of people are overshadowing, in my opinion, and that is the triple threat featuring Bobby Lashley. What's his name? Keith Lee, Matt Riddle. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. For the
So
United States
Izzy's
champion.
overshadowing it herself. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel bad now because I love Keith Lee. I do.
Me too.
But I like he's such a great wrestler. But before I go into my predictions, what are your thoughts?
So this one, I'm always weird with triple threats because it's always like I always get that sinking feeling because it's like Bobby Lashley's the champion, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, Keith Lee being in there and Riddle, it's kind of like, is someone gonna eat the pinfall so that Keith Lee could get
Yeah.
the championship, for example, without having Bobby Lashley lose? So that's kind
Ooh,
of where I
yeah.
get like weirded out with triple threats because they always make my mind work like, oh, is something different gonna happen?
Yeah, triple
So
threats are definitely weird, without a
yeah.
doubt.
So I think like my prediction is probably Keith Lee there and Riddle eating the pinfall so that Lashley can still be
Oh,
strong. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you on Keith Lee. I really want him to win because honestly, he didn't have like a great breakthrough when he arrived on the main roster. I feel like when he actually debuted, it was like a whole big deal, and then it kind of like went
Yes.
downhill. That's just my opinion. But I think if he became champion, it would bring something new and different to Raw because it's kind of like Groundhog's Day every single week for Raw. No
Yep.
offense, gonna
I
be
agree.
honest here.
Nope.
And
It's
I think he
honest.
would
Yeah.
just be a fun champion. It would not only put a lot of spotlight on the title, but also himself. I feel like, him as champ, it would be a fun brand. We would see him versus Matt Riddle. We would see, obviously, Bobby Lashley getting another shot at the title. And we'd see, like, other people stepping up to Keith Lee. Overall, Keith Lee better win. If not, I'll be mad.
I totally agree with that because there's so much more possibility with Keith Lee being champion. Like you said, he kind of needs that shot in the arm,
Mhm.
because he's so good, but they've kind of, and some things are not their fault, obviously with due to COVID and things like that. Keith Lee was sidelined for a little bit.
Mhm.
Not that I think it was reported that he had COVID, but I know Mia Yim did. So he kind of had to quarantine.
So we're not
But,
trying to talk about COVID. We're trying to keep this fun. This is a family
nah,
show.
I'm sorry. Is COVID not a family related? Okay, I apologize, Izzy. Apologize for
Yeah.
that. But that being said, Keith Lee,
this is the Megan Thee Stallion stuff. There was like a commercial and she was like, yeah, you'll better do this. I was like, oh my God, I feel attacked over here in Orlando, Florida.
please don't talk about her, because my dad said if he had written the song, her current song, he'd have made millions of dollars. And I'm like, Dad, you would have written a song called Body, Yada, Yada, Yada. Okay, that's a different story for a different day. But no, Keith Lee winning the title is just, I think, the way to go here. And like you said, it gives him a shot in the arm, it gives Raw a shot in the arm, and the U.S. title, because Bobby Lashley can still challenge him for it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's the classic bad guy versus good guy. I mean, everybody loves Keith Lee. Who doesn't?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and I wanted to jump into a match that could be canceled. Not like canceled, like people are hating on it.
Yes.
Canceled, like it's taken off of the show, people. And that is Asuka versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. But the reason I say this match could be canceled is because of Lacey Evans' pregnancy announcement thing. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say here. This storyline has been so odd for me. Like this is giving me the creeps, people. I'm gonna be honest. Like Ric Flair, I love him, but no.
I agree totally. It is a weird storyline. And I mean, I'm sure you've read the reports that, she might be legitimately pregnant, which is why you're saying,
I think she is, because she posted a picture of these vitamins, and vitamins, they could be pretty expensive. I'm just saying. So I'm like, yeah, she could be pregnant. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I mean, so if she's posting pictures of prenatal vitamins and stuff, I mean, she's probably pregnant. But that being said, it's like, it's also one of those things where the fan in me goes, how awesome would it be if this was all just a ploy, and then she comes out, she's quote unquote pregnant, but then she, kicks Asuka, and then all of a sudden starts the match and wins the title, so you never know.
Oh no.
You never know. I think she's legitimately pregnant. So I think I'm with you on that. I think the match will be canceled. So, that being said, where do you think this is going to go? Or do you think they're going to put someone else in there? I think the obvious route is Peyton Royce. That's her partner.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking of Charlotte, honestly, but I feel like Charlotte and Asuka, I feel like that has to be WrestleMania, even though we saw it at WrestleMania before. Yes. I think like you kind of have to save it, not for Elimination Chamber, for WrestleMania. Right. I was thinking maybe they do a surprise Elimination Chamber match, which would be interesting.
That would be awesome.
And odd, because I don't feel like they have enough people for the Elimination Chamber match. Like,
I gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, honestly, I think this match isn't going to happen. However, if it does, if something is like, whoa, what the heck, Asuka has to win. And if this match doesn't happen, I think we're going to get somebody in Lacey's place. I feel like that's going to happen. I feel like it'd just be like, just add a match and not forget about the women's division so people don't get angry.
Yeah, no, I agree. There needs to be something to replace this if it's not happening, because you don't just scrap the Raw Women's title match. Like you said, you need eyes on the women's division there, which is why, the way my mind works, I'm always like 2 steps ahead. I'm like, okay, all right, let me see if I can figure this out. What were they going to do for WrestleMania for the Raw Women's title? So that's kind of where my mind goes in terms of like how they can kind of fit the puzzle pieces. So my thinking is perhaps Lacey Evans was supposed to win the Raw Women's title to take it to WrestleMania to face Charlotte, because that would have been the culmination of this storyline.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's not what I want to see. I'm not the biggest fan of Lacey Evans. No hate towards her, but I don't know. This is tough, but I feel like we should worry about matches that are going to happen, and that is the men's Elimination Chamber for the Raw side, featuring Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and Sheamus. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. I said all the names. I'm so scared I was going to forget one of them. So obviously, Edge, it's kind of obvious that Edge is going to pick Roman Reigns since Edge won the Royal Rumble this past year, or in 2021. So I think you got to have a winner for this match that is going to create such a buzzing and great buildup towards WrestleMania, because we're almost to April, y'all. So, and I think the right person would be Drew McIntyre. I know everybody is like up in the air about Miz possibly cashing in the Money in the Bank. I don't know. It's hard to predict for me, because I could see him winning the title, bringing it to WrestleMania. It's Drew versus Miz, Mania, and then Drew wins. However, I feel like just Drew needs to win because he has so much momentum coming into this match. He just defeated Goldberg. That screams extremely powerful. He defeated Brock Lesnar to win the title, first of all. And then if he wins the Elimination Chamber going up against these incredible wrestlers, makes him look even stronger.
I absolutely agree with that because a lot of people were saying, he wouldn't beat Goldberg, and he did. Now, why would you kill that momentum going into WrestleMania? We're so close to Mania. I would say the same thing. Drew McIntyre wins. And if he doesn't, I think there's got to be a big storyline to explain why he didn't win. Something has to happen. I totally agree. Yeah. But no, really I agree. Does. Yeah. I agree with Drew McIntyre. He's going into this WrestleMania, especially since WrestleMania 37 is pretty much going to be a redo with the whole pirate theme and everything. It's like, have him enter as champion, please.
Yeah, it's kind of hard going into Mania because I don't think I'm going. Unless I'm doing something important, I ain't going. I No, I can't.
It's 15 minutes away from my house. There's a part of me that's like, safety concerns, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
I can't. I just there's so much throughout the pandemic, you kind of realize the things everybody did, including yourself, did before the pandemic. And I'm like, oh my God, just imagining the hot Florida weather, people on top of each other, masks. I mean, it's not
when you say it like that, I don't think I'm going either. Thanks.
Yeah, and I went to AEW All Out, All In, one of those, and it was very hot, and I was like, oh my God, no, this is so bad. However, I did enjoy the show, but we are not talking about AEW, y'all.
Right.
Anyways, let's jump into the SmackDown side for the Elimination Chamber, featuring Daniel Bryan, King Corbin, Kevin Owens. I gotta look at my notes for this one. Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Jey Uso. Sorry, y'all, I had to look at my notes because I was just like, whoa. Now, this match, whoever wins this one is going to face Roman Reigns later on. And I think that's extremely smart because in case one of the matches gets scratched, Asuka versus Lacey Evans, you have that extra one. I think it just adds more, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? It adds more excitement to the card,
Right.
Roman Reigns is a household name for many people, so I would want to see him defend the title on Sunday. So what are your thoughts about this?
I love, again, we're in agreement that SmackDown might be the A show. So I love what they're doing here because, Roman Reigns being, the baddest of the bad guys right now, he is saying, I'm not going to be in the chamber, but I'll face the winner of the chamber. That is such a good move for the Roman Reigns character. Especially if the person loses, let's say it's a Cesaro that wins or something, obviously he's an up and comer, but because he just went through a grueling chamber match, when he loses to Roman, it's not as bad for him. So I think this is just a good situation for anybody involved. And to be honest, the good thing about SmackDown, I have no idea where this is going. There's so many possibilities. I want to say Kevin Owens because they've had a storyline, but it's you can honestly pick anybody out there, even Jey Uso, because Jey Uso and Roman Reigns had a big storyline. It's so many places you can go with this, especially so close to Mania. We know the Elimination Chamber is the pay-per-view where they kind of switch a lot of things up, put new contenders. So who knows? I honestly, this is unpredictable to me.
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan is going to win because a lot of people were predicting him to win the Royal Rumble. Yeah, so I think he would win Elimination Chamber. I don't see him winning the actual title match, but I just see him winning the Elimination Chamber and getting very close to winning the WWE Universal Championship.
I agree. And then, you alluded to it earlier that Edge is going to make his decision and look at this match. It's could this be a situation where, he shows up and it affects the outcome? So there's so many different ways you can go here.
There really is, and I'm actually very excited for this whole SmackDown Elimination Chamber stuff because, first of all, I think the Chamber match is going to be really good, and I feel like the Roman match is going to be excellent. So no matter what, SmackDown is coming through. They're coming out guns blazing. Now, I do want to jump into some prediction matches for what could happen this Sunday.
Okay.
I was reading an article, and they were saying we could see Big E versus Apollo.
I can definitely see that happening with their storyline.
I wouldn't mind that. I feel like their storyline has been really good. There's Sasha Banks versus Carmella. I feel like we've seen that a little too many times, honestly. But if
I just like Reginald. Reginald's just been amazing in this whole feud, which is
However,
crazy.
I do not like his name. It sounds like
Reginald.
It sounds like some disease that you could get, and like I don't know. It does not sound very tastefully, or that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't sound very fun.
Tasteful.
Tasteful. I don't want to say tastefully, just tasteful.
It's Reginald. He's got you. He's infecting your mind because you think he's a disease.
Yes, exactly. And then the final one was Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus the Street Profits for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. If that match happens, it would probably be on the pre-show. No hate to those 4 guys, but
well, with Lacey and Asuka maybe getting canceled, you never know. Now they might throw that on the main show.
They're gonna probably add a ton more matches since that match is most likely going to be canceled, but we are going off of what we think is going to happen.
Yeah,
but that was basically the preview.
And I was gonna say the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, this is gonna be one of the shortest previews because I mean we're down to 4 matches right now with that, assuming that Lacey Evans and Asuka gets canceled, and one of those matches, the Roman Reigns match, isn't even going to have a contender until the Elimination Chamber match is decided.
This pay-per-view has no love, people. No love.
Yeah. And we're on the road to WrestleMania, so the Elimination Chamber is...
It has to be good.
It has to be good. But let's also talk, since we got a little time, let's also talk about the fact that this is going to be the last pay-per-view on the WWE Network. Because March 18th,
really? Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. March 18th.
I hate change. Why do they have to do this to us? I don't.
Well, don't worry.
I don't want to get Peacock.
You can watch Peacock.
I'm watching on Vudu.
Oh, I know.
I felt so bad when you got me. I was like, oh my god. This is so bad.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna say it, but should we tell that story? It's just literally I got you that for Christmas.
We'll do it quickly. So everybody, this amazing man, Kenny, for Christmas, so leading up, as we know, The Office was being taken off of Netflix. Sadly, I was mad. They had some crappy documentary about some Cecil hotel that didn't really make sense. I watched it and I was like, what the heck? That makes zero sense. However, The Office was being taken off of Netflix. Not very happy. However, it was you can watch it on Vudu and Peacock. But Peacock, you had to get like 500 different tiers to watch the full season. Like everything. I hate this type of networks.
Yeah.
And Vudu, you can just get all the seasons, one price. And I was like, oh, yes. And you tweeted me, right? And you were like, hey, did you watch all of it? I was like, no, sadly. And you texted my dad or DM'd him, was like, I got you covered. And Kenny got me the full series on Vudu. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, I mean, I went through that. So that's, you might see the inside joke amongst us on Twitter. We're like, hey, you're going to get Peacock now. So you didn't even need that on Vudu.
I don't want to get Peacock. I just want to watch. Okay, so honestly, the WWE Network, it's so strange. They added every beep and boop and all that fun stuff. They added descriptions that aren't even correct. They make Kyle O'Reilly like the Raw Women's Champion. What the heck? It's just like, I don't know.
The search feature is non-existent. I know. I know.
The search feature is weird. It's like Bailey pulls up Trish Stratus.
Right.
It's like, what? Like, you have to be so specific to it. You have to be like Bailey versus Sasha. And it'll give you like the full takeover. I'm like, I'm not looking for the full takeover. Anyways, it's just, I'm sad that this is the last, I was about to say takeover, the last preview, oh my God, pay-per-view on the WWE Network. Yeah, takeover. I'm sad. It's sad. I love the network. It brought many good memories. Oh my God.
What, 8 years old? Yeah.
Are we going to be able to watch the old episodes of certain shows?
Who knows? That's the thing, is there's a huge question mark there now.
If that happens, I have a big issue with that, people, because I would like to watch my beautiful face on the bump again sometimes.
It's on YouTube at least.
I know, but I don't want to look at YouTube. I want to go right to the action. That's an issue. If this, oh my God, I'm getting mad. This is not good.
I know. Okay. I'm sorry, but it's true. This is the last pay-per-view. Fastlane will be the first, but the way they said it.
Who thinks about Fastlane?
I know, but it's technically going to be the first. For the record books, it's going to be the first pay-per-view on Peacock.
It better be good.
Yeah.
I have high expectations since they want to take my episode on the bump off. No, I'm joking, people. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not like
I
this.
mean, she's totally kidding. She's the most one of the most humble people ever met. When we met
Somebody's
here at
probably
the.
gonna write in the comments, Izzy is rude. Oh my god, I hit something. I hit a button.
I should have just froze myself and made you think you lost the connection there.
Oh my god, this was so much fun. Like, I gotta say, like, it was quick because of the 4 matches that WWE decided to book. If I was doing the bookings, this
this
oh
one's
god.
interesting.
We're just making fun of the internet.
I know, and they're probably already having a field day with this one because it's half the matches announced as usual. But my dark horse prediction, I think this will be a really good pay-per-view, because we don't know what's going to happen. But I will also say I think the internet's going to complain no matter what happens because of all the question marks involved.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I kind of agree. But anyways, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today. I had so much fun. Thank you for having me. Talking about The Office, talking about Elimination Chamber, everything in between. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Izzy. It's an honor to be on here. I appreciate you, and I will see you at the next show.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody, well, how about you plug your stuff in? Because everybody, you need to go check out Kenny's stuff. Like, I usually don't beg, but I'm begging you all to go check out Kenny's stuff. Like, you need to. And if you don't, I'll find out who you are. No, I'm joking.
It's true. She will find it. She will find you. I mean,
go watch. Find out where you live. I'm joking, people. I'm looking like at my keyboard. I'm not looking at. Okay, to be more intense, I know where you live.
Oh wow. Okay, that was intimidating. But because we're fearful of Izzy's wrath, please go follow me on YouTube. Kenny for Your Thoughts on YouTube. Available on all audio platforms, on social media at AKFYT Wrestling. Not on TikTok yet, but that's because I'm not hip and cool like you. But I also just can't really do the dances. Like,
what's a good one? What's the one? I don't know. Like, this is the most common one.
Yeah, we could do the.
I know. I don't.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. I hate that song though.
Me too. Those TikToks have ruined it for me. But yes, you can find me we do a live show every Friday night, usually at 10 p.m. right after SmackDown. So I'll be on later tonight. I'm pulling double duty. Well, spoiler alert. Yes, we're filming on Friday night right now. But yes, I'll be on later tonight. So come, or next Friday, because this will drop probably Sunday. So come check me out.
Yes, everybody. And the timeline for this has been a little bit weird. But make sure you go check out Kenny's stuff. Please, his show is so good. You'll love it. There's funny stuff. There's wrestling stuff. There's like everything you need to know about pro wrestling. So make sure you go check it out. And Kenny, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Izzy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for tuning into this episode of The Hot Tag with your girl, Izzy, and my very good friend, Kenny. We will see you guys next time. I don't know what this was, but goodbye.